Good morning. You are watching a special edition of Wake Up NonStop Local, a live look inside Martin Stadium as we get ready for the 117th Apple Cup in history. Tomorrow, tens of thousands of people will be inside cheering on their Cougars, maybe even their Huskies, as we get ready for another rivalry game. Outside the stadium, here with two of my besties. I'm Kalai Chalk.
And I'm Sam Adams. We're here with Jenny Power, two Cougs, and one other. You guys have tickets for tomorrow's game?
Yes.
Oh, yes, of course.
Okay,
Yeah, we got them early, and turns out you needed to get them early if you wanted to go to the game.
Yeah. I mean, it's the game of the year, right? I mean, it's an epic event, rivalry matchup, University of Washington versus Washington State. If you didn't catch a chance to get those tickets, folks, you're going to have to find them on the resale market right now, third-party tickets.
All right, yeah, that's what we're seeing right now. You got to go third party. So the cheapest ticket out there right now is $111. That's going to put you right near one of the end zones. If you got a group that wants to go, you'll end up right under the billboard. For a group of four, that's going to cost about $117 each.
Okay, if you want to go all out, primo seats. They're going to set you back just under 300 smackers. Now, that's going to get you a spot on the visitor sideline. You'll be looking across at the Wazoo sideline. Now, again, these are resale market tickets, so don't go to the box office today hoping to get those tickets for tomorrow, because if you do, you will come home empty-handed. So, I mean, we're right next to the Wazoo Athletic ticket office. They open in, about 2.5 hours.
Okay.
And if you're lining up for that, they'll be like, oh, are you looking for tickets for next month's game? Yeah. Maybe a non-conference game, something like that. If you're looking for the Apple Cup tomorrow, sold out.
Yeah, and that's the hope, that it really will be packed out. Yeah, tickets sold sometimes, season ticket holders, there's no reason to be here tomorrow. Even though it was a little rocky last Saturday, we're looking ahead towards tomorrow. And the extra benefit to that is some good weather.
Exactly. I mean, we've talked about, the Apple Cup, so famously usually played in November, where it's snowing and it's bitter, bitter cold. This hopefully will draw even more fans out. So with the weather forecast, I mean, leading up to today and into tomorrow, we have been seeing such nice conditions. And yeah, taking the show out on the road this morning as we're out in Pullman, temperatures are mild. We're in the mid-50s right now. As we take a look at the power planner for the day today, whether you have Friday plans or travel plans to get down on the Palouse, we're looking at above average temperatures still in the mid-80s with plenty of sunshine and some light winds to go along with it. But I do want to show you a look at our tailgate forecast here for Pullman leading up to the game. I mean, it's going to be awesome. It's going to feel summer-like here. I'm tracking clear skies and temperatures that will gradually climb to the low 80s. And as we take a look at that Apple forecast in and of itself, by kickoff at 4:30 p.m., we're also at just about 83 degrees. So guys, hopefully this draws even more folks out to come and cheer on their favorite team, whether that be the Cougs or the Huskies. We're looking good weather-wise.
All right, we can count on that. One thing I think everybody can agree on is great weather. Don't have to wear a parka, don't have to wear gloves. It's going to be perfect tomorrow.
That's what I'm talking about. All right, with that, let's head it back to KHQ NonStop Local in downtown Spokane. Haley Gunther is filling in today with all the headlines.
Yeah, we appreciate it, Sam and Kalai. We will go back down to the Palouse here shortly, but first, your top news headlines.
I've already worked with our detectives in the Washington State Patrol's crime lab. We're going to rush some results over there. We're asking to see if we can get DNA returns by the end of tomorrow. But we do feel pretty confident that there's a high probability this is him, just based off the clothing, some of the personal items that we found on scene. But again, we're not going to say for 100% certainty until we get the results back.
To a major development in the search for triple murder suspect Travis Decker. The Chelan County Sheriff's Office says they do believe that they have recovered Travis Decker's remains. Here's a look at the specific area where authorities say they found decomposed remains. They say it's a remote wooded area south of Leavenworth. The sheriff telling Fox 13 the remains were scattered, likely the result of animal activity. This was about 3/4 of a mile from the initial crime scene. The sheriff says they were found off a beaten path. The discovery comes 3 months after his disappearance. Travis Decker is accused of killing his 3 young daughters during a court-appointed visitation. Peyton, Evelyn, And Olivia Decker, ages 9, 8, and 5, were found dead near a remote campground back in early June. And since then, a massive multi-agency manhunt has been underway to try to find Travis Decker. The sheriff's office says they're currently processing the scene with the assistance of State Patrol. It'll be followed up with DNA analysis that they hope to reveal in a press conference. The results coming up later today. Of course, we will continue to keep you posted. The Chelan County Sheriff's Office released a statement saying they've, quote, been in contact with the Decker family and are providing them with support and updates as the investigation proceeds. And they're asking for continued privacy and respect for the family, end quote. All right, there's a look at your top news headlines across the region. Let's go now back down to Pullman, where we have Sam and Kalai standing by. The sun is up. It's going to be a great day down in Pullman.
Yeah, it's kind of fun just listening and seeing the city come to life as we move on towards the 7 o'clock hour. Everyone's getting ready for it. We're here a little early, but you can never stop the party, or I should say you could never start the party too soon.
Yeah, and we hope the party happens for Washington State, because honestly, it was kind of like a funeral last weekend. Bad game for Washington State last week. Tough loss against North Texas. Also a bunch of turnovers in that game. And the Washington State head coach, Jimmy Rogers, talking with reporters about the quarterback job afterwards, talking about now officially going into the Apple Cup, it could be anybody lining up under center. Have a listen.
I know that that's probably the next question that you'll ask is like, who's going to play a quarterback? I got to make an assessment off of who's progressing the right way throughout the season. And right now, it will be open this week.
Okay, so whether or not Coach Rogers and the team knows who's going to be under center, whether they made that decision or not, it's going to be a game time decision. We'll find out when that first snap is made tomorrow afternoon against Washington.
And no one knows the pressure better than Jack Thompson. He's one of the most successful WSU quarterbacks in history. He played in the 70s, and I sat down with him this week. He told me about how he went from third-string quarterback to starter, and about how he got that nickname, the Throwin' Samoan.
This picture right behind me, that one right there, that was at the Minnesota game back my sophomore year. That was a game that I kind of snuck on the field because the backup quarterback wasn't paying attention. And I went in and I got to play. I woke up that morning and on the cover of the sports page was that picture. And it said the Throwin' Samoan is in town. I'm thinking, what the heck? The nickname was given to me by Harry Missildine. He was the writer of Spokesman Review. He didn't know at the time that I was going to become the starter, but at that game, that third game, my sophomore year, I went in for the starting quarterback after the first drive, and I never relinquished it after that.
Wow. That's just the wild part is that Jack Thompson, from very humble beginnings, would go on to break records at Washington State and in the Pac-8. I mean, he was a record-breaking quarterback, and it all started with very humble beginnings.
Well, yeah, and he talks a lot about his family, including his dad. We spent a lot of time talking about his dad. As for that nickname, he said, I wouldn't have kept that nickname if it wasn't okay with my pops. His dad came from America Samoa in the 50s. He was really Jack's guiding light. And the apple doesn't really fall from the tree. Jack has 2 sons. He has 4 grandsons now. And coming up in my Where We Come From series in the next couple of weeks, we're going to talk about the Thompson men legacy and all about that father-son relationship, and specifically what Jack's dad did for him.
Wow, that's I mean, it's a amazing story. I'm going to be looking forward to it. And I'm wondering too, Kalai, maybe a little bit of insight too about Jack Thompson, his decision to play at Washington State, because I understand UW didn't give an effort to try to bring him to Seattle.
Yes. No, yeah. He said, I knew I was going to be a Washington Husky. He grew up in Seattle. He was a huge fan. His dad was a huge fan. And he said when it came time for the home visit, the coach stood his family up. And he said, it would have been one thing if they disrespected me. I feel like they disrespected my dad. And so when I went to the tryout, I told the coach I'm not playing here because of that. You disrespected my family. And it's what ended him here at Washington State University.
All it takes is that one missed call, so to speak. In this case, you do not stand up to Thompson.
But we're going to talk a little bit more about that legacy, including Jack's legacy with his son, Tony, who's a professor here at Washington State.
All right. Much more to come this morning here on Wake Up Nonstop Local, including some fun facts and the crowd getting ready. They're honking the horns here in Pullman.
All right. Did you know all kinds of fun facts when it comes to Washington State? And that includes the first matchup between the teams was in 1900. They didn't play all of those years, though. COVID was one year they didn't play, and also World War II.
All right. That game between the two schools didn't happen in 1943 or 1944.
Keeps on calling people home. Old Wazoo, old Wazoo, old Wazoo, old Wazoo. That cougar spirit keeps on coming through. Old Wazoo.
Oh boy, as we head to break. A trip back. This is 1981, an old promo video. Much of it was filmed, by the way, at Mom's Weekend Rodeo at the Hilltop Stables, and sports a cowboy theme.
For coaches, administration, students, alumni, and friends.